This is Kevin Porter, CEO of Cobra-Source.com, your complete online martial arts and entertainment lifestyle magazine. This is part of our MMA chapter. I'm here today at Carnage Mixed Martial Arts and Training Center here in Orangevale, California. And you know, I've been on an all-week tour just visiting all different gyms throughout the valley, looking for featured fighters that's going to come up and fight a Rebel Fighter on August 13, 2011 at Amador County Fairgrounds in the gorgeous Plymouth, California. You're going to see a lot of good footage coming in, guys, of up-and-coming superstars as well as professional MMA fighters. We're doing it big as we can do it, and we're bringing it all to you right here at Cobra-Source.com.
I think I'm a slow starter. It takes me a little bit to get going, but I just kind of build up as the fight goes on. I get stronger as the fight goes on, but I try to fill my opponent out. I always try to fill him out first and see what he's going to do, and then I go off of that. I think my weakness is maybe my takedown defense, but my strength is my jiu-jitsu. I really work my boxing just as hard as I do my jiu-jitsu, but I think my power comes from my jiu-jitsu. Ever since I seen the first UFC, the very first one, I've always wanted to do it. I just ended up getting with the right people at the right time and got into it, and man, I love the sport. Priority is training. Training comes before everything, you know. I gotta train, I gotta eat right, I gotta get to bed early, so I have to put everything else aside and put training first. Training comes before anything. I always want to thank all my fans for coming out and support me for every fight. I want to thank my teammates and everybody over at Carnage and everybody over at Calcio Wernex Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you for helping me get ready for the fights.
Fighting style would be pretty aggressive. You know, I like to study my opponents and know what they're gonna come at me with, know their weaknesses, and yeah, I'm a wrestler at base. I'm a strong ground guy, but I'll get in there and bang with anyone. My strengths would have to be my ground, being well rounded now. My weaknesses, probably my experience. You know, I just want to fight more. What motivates me to keep competing in martial arts is that feeling when your hand is raised after you win, whether it's submission, TKO. That's what I train for, that feeling right there. Some of my priorities as a professional athlete is God, my wife, and my team, and just staying healthy and staying ready for any fight that comes along. Well, to my fans, I'd like to say I hope I can put on the best show possible for you guys, have some excitement. My opponents, come ready as I am. Let's bang, let's get in there and have a good time.
Just depends on the animosity between me and my opponent, and kind of from doing studies of him what his strengths and weaknesses are. But for the most part, I like to think that I'm somewhat of a counter striker, and I do a lot of work from the clinch, so yeah, he can expect to be thrown hard. Alright, well one of my major strengths is I'm a black belt in Judo. I'm a high-level purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm really strong with wrestling. My kickboxing is pretty good. I think my boxing would probably be my weakest point, but don't expect it to be really that weak. It's just in my own head, but I drop hammers. Anger management. I was a real angry kid, so my mom got me into martial arts when I was a little kid, and after you know, Marine Corps wrestling, there was nowhere else to go other than MMA, so it just took off from there. Don't do crash diets. Don't deplete your body of water too early. Really talk to dietitians. Really pay attention to your body, because if you don't, that's when you get a lot of injuries. That's when you get a lot of bangs and bruises. So really listen to your body and start early. Don't wait till the 11th hour to start trying to cut weight. You better prepare, because you're gonna get put down hard.
For everyone, win or lose. I mean, I go in there, strike, put everything out there the whole time. I never try to stop. You know, it's always full on at all times. I train hard to win, so I go in there and give them everything I got. Stand up. Standing up, I like to try to knock people out, but for some reason I get submissions. You know, for some reason I hit them once, they would want to stand anymore, so I go to submission. But my stand is my best point. I win by all submissions, so. My wrestling back then, I didn't really have any. I came in there really knowing nothing. At the beginning, I kind of just went in as just, you know, a street fighter basically, and you know, I had to learn my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu, all that stuff, and you know, back, and now I know all that stuff, so I've been training everything. I actually wanted to do boxing evening, but there's one of my trainers, Chris David. I actually met him at a weightlifting place, and he was cutting weight for a fight, and I asked him about it, and he was telling me all about it. So, you know, I said I'm interested, and went down there, and ever since then I've been training here and there. I went, you know, with him, and you know, he went his separate way for a little bit. Now he's back with us, so training with him. Oh, I like Enrique for one. He's a good promoter and always, you know, keeps me going. And fighting, I just love it. So, you know, I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have it. I try to stay lean, chicken, brown rice, tons and tons of water, low on sodium. I mean, basically stay away from sugars and sweets when it comes down to the time, and that's basically it. A good fight, coming home with the belt, ready for a knockout, submission, whatever comes my way. So whatever he's bringing, I'm coming with it 10 times harder, so he better be ready.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ola Daly, sparring session, Cobra-Source, M.com, MMA. I'm here with Clint Gerona, Daly City, California, Charles Gracie Academy. He is one of my pro fighters, and we are here today to ask him a little bit about his first fight at Rebel Fighter. He's fighting for the bantamweight, 135 pounds title. So Clint, how you doing?
Great, man. Feeling good. Really great. It's a privilege to be here for the fight, Rebel Fighter next week. I'm ready to go.
What do you know about your opponent?
Steven Avas, man, we got a lot of guys in the wrestling community look up to this guy. He's the Olympic silver medalist. You know, he had 2 fights, 2-0. Really solid fighter. So I'm really, you know, I'm really looking forward to this fight with him.
That's good. That's good. I know you for a long time, and I know your jiu-jitsu, wrestling, your striking is very good. How has your training been for this fight?
Training, I can't complain. You know, I got an awesome team, awesome trainers, a lot of guys helping me out. All my students here, you know, motivating me to train hard every day so I can represent them, represent the academy. You know, I'm doing all I can, all the strength and conditioning, drills, working on my stand-up, every aspect of the game.
That's nice. I know you haven't fought in a long time, so this is going to be a huge fight because I know tons of people want to see you fight. What do you think about that?
Right. Yeah, you know, it's like I'm coming out of retirement and going straight into the big fight, probably the biggest fight of my life right now. And man, I'm just stoked. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, you know, to train with Clint, you know, be a part of the team, and vice versa. We train each other, always helping each other out. So I can't wait for this fight. It's going to be a great fight. And anything you want to say, any people you want to thank?
And I want to thank so many people. All my students here at the Charles Gracie Daly City Academy, all our affiliates. Of course, Charles Jr. for training me, all the other guys I've been training with over at World Team, FTCC, Bay Area Fighter. A lot of guys helping me out for this fight. Of course, my parents, my kids, my family, everyone.
That's a blessing, man. You know, you have a lot of support, a lot of people who love you and want to see you succeed. Hey guys, again, this is Clint Gerona, the new next bantamweight Rebel Fighter champion. So look out, August 13th, Rebel Fighter.
Thank you guys.
Cobra-Source, Cobra-Source.com, MMA.